Time to get things started. Belcher and Palhares.
You ready, sir? Let's go, fight.
And here we go. Tonight's clock brought to you by Chronicle. Lost Footage Edition on Blu-ray, May 15th. Black trunks for Palhares. The silver trunks for Alan Belcher. Both men Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belts. In fact, Belcher earned his black belt from a good friend and former coach of Palhares in Elio Seneca. Nice front kick by Palhares early. The Muay Thai advantage definitely lies on the side of Belcher.
Yeah, I'm curious to see whether Belcher is going to utilize the leg kicks, because he's got to worry about Palhares grabbing one of those. He may just try to stick only with his boxing technique, and Palhares immediately dived on the leg. See how explosive he is? This is a terrible position for Belcher right away. They're playing footsies here. This is not what he wants to do, man. He wants to get out of this position. I mean, he has Palhares' leg locked up in his legs. He's looking for a twister. Look at this. Belcher is looking for a twister. He lost the position. If he can get that Palhares' arm again behind his head, that's what he wants to do, that right arm. Now he's going for a banana split. But the position he's in right now, what he wants to do is hold on to that wrist very firmly with his right arm, keep it with his left arm, and wrap it around his head. Belcher wants to see it, he's trying to put it around his head. Once he gets it around his head, then he has to let go or hold on with his left hand and grab a hold of Palhares' neck like that and crank it. It's a neck crank. He's got to get away from that leg, that right leg, because Palhares is defending with that. Hold on to that right arm with all he's got. He's got to grab it like a baseball bat. Grab it as if he was swinging a baseball bat with Palhares' right arm. Now he's good. He's gonna lose the position here. And now he's got to worry about Palhares rolling on his leg.
Palhares is so powerful, Joe.
When Palhares has a hold of his legs, now he's in trouble. He's immediately now in trouble.
Not what Belcher wants.
This is terrible for Belcher. Belcher's got to explode and get out of there. Put weight on that right leg. Put weight on that right leg. Don't let him do this.
This is
Belcher
where
has to push
Palhares
down. He's doing a good job of pushing down with his legs. But Belcher can't play footsies with Palhares like this. The more this goes, the more he's going to get into a rhythm that he can't defend. Belcher's got to push down with that leg, free his legs. Now scoot his hips back. He's got to scoot his hips back and get that leg further back. Right now he's okay. Right now he's okay. If it gets to the right side of his body, Palhares' body, you got to look for Palhares wrapping his arm around the heel of Alan Belcher. The right leg is the one that's in jeopardy. That's the leg that's in between the two legs of Palhares. And Belcher is pushing. He's pushing. He's got to scoot his hips back up.
He slid back a couple of times, especially the first time the leg became exposed, Joe, to try to do exactly what you said, take away the weapon that Palhares utilizes most often.
He's doing it again here, and that's the heel. The heel of the right leg is what he's going to wrap his elbow around and crank it. It's what's called a heel hook. And what it does, literally, it turns the knee sideways and tears it apart. And Belcher looks like he's out. He's got to keep weight on that leg. And now get out of there. Back your hips up and get out of there, Alan.
Belcher goes right to the danger zone that exists within the game of Palhares, and showcasing his black belt skills in jiu-jitsu.
Look at this. Alan Belcher is hanging in there, pulling out of the armbar, rather.
Palhares trained by former UFC middleweight champion Murillo Bustamante.
I'm just amazed that Palhares is still in this position and Belcher hasn't backed out of it. Hold his wrist, don't throw his gloves. Belcher must be very confident in jiu-jitsu. Big elbow by Belcher. Big elbow.
Big shot by Alan Belcher. Belcher looking to overwhelm Palhares with some serious ground and pound. Look at Belcher go. Hammer fists. Palhares is trying to finish it right here. It is all over. Alan Belcher has beaten Usamar Palhares.
Not only did he beat him after he fell into Palhares' game. That's what's so impressive about it. He fell into Palhares' game, defended against the most dangerous heel hook artist in MMA, got through it. And there's a big elbow that started it all off. You see Palhares is in all sorts of trouble here, and another big elbow. And then big punches to the side. Palhares is trying to block the elbow with his, and then sneaks through. You can see his eyes wobble in his head right there. And Alan Belcher swarms in for the finish. And Dan Miragliotta sees enough. Beautiful, beautiful victory for Alan Belcher.
Fourth straight victory for Alan the Talent Belcher inside the octagon. The official decision coming up next, right here on Fox.